It's the mid-90s and Stephen Hill wants the American dream for his family. This, and his mission to serve God, lead him and his wife to one of the most surreal cults of our time, Heaven's Gate. The cult's leader, Marshall Applewhite, also known as Doe, convinced his followers that they would be saved from an earth-shattering comet by boarding a spaceship.
Planet Earth about to be recycled. Your only chance to survive or evacuate is to leave with us.
But first, cult members must leave their human vehicles behind.
39 people between the ages of 24 and 72 committed the largest mass suicide ever on American soil. They all belonged to a space cult that nobody had heard of at that time, Heaven's Gate.
The members executed their plan by drinking a lethal vodka phenobarbital cocktail.
Stephen's wife Yvonne is one of those victims. As newlyweds, their lives forever changed once harassing calls from a stranger began to pose a threat to his family.
We couldn't get any support socially, spiritually. Who would target a family that is trying to do good? Somebody has some answers somewhere.
Stephen turns to God and the internet.
You've got mail.
Landing on the Heaven's Gate site.
Everything was in its infancy. Somebody called, normally they couldn't get through because I was always on the internet. I was on a fact-finding mission. I had to come to a conclusion about what was happening.
He's then recruited by the cult to assist in the production of a documentary film.
If I would title this tape, it would be Last Chance to Evacuate Planet Earth Before It is Recycled.
This requires him to join and leave his family behind in Cincinnati. But his wife Yvonne insists on going with him.
We didn't know what was going to happen.
Once they arrive at the Heaven's Gate mansion, cult leaders Doe and T force the Hills to distance themselves from one another.
There was absolutely no communication, period, between me and Yvonne till the end. When I made the decision to leave, she decided that she wanted to stay. I felt betrayed.
But Stephen's military background and his strong faith keeps him from surrendering fully to the cult's beliefs. Unfortunately, this is not the case for Yvonne.
The only thoughts that I have is the preparation that I've made to separate from the vehicle. Leave it all behind. There's nothing here for me.
You left your family behind to join Heaven's Gate. What initially drew you in to this cult?
We were under duress for the duration of our marriage. Actually, the next day after the marriage, we at 8 o'clock in the morning, we received anonymous phone calls, and this lasted for the 7-year duration of our marriage. Over a period of time, it became unbearable. We unplugged from society, went and looking for a better pasture. And the cult folks, I guess the people that's there, they use that as a mechanism to draw us in.
Absolutely. Well, you know, you were different, I'm assuming, than a lot of people that are drawn into this cult because you actually did your research. We hear that phrase a lot, but you actually did. And while you were researching Heaven's Gate, you discovered that they were actually murderers. I
did do my homework before I decided to go to a place that I had no knowledge about. So I used the internet to gain whatever information I could. And this is where we did find information regarding FBI agents being murdered by this group.
So you actually feel that your wife was murdered. You don't believe she committed suicide. Tell us more about that.
Yes, I believe, because of what was given, the word that was given to us upon leaving Cincinnati by her family member, a close family member, was to say that don't drink anything that they give you, don't drink it. If it's poison, do not drink it. So I do know that was the last word that was given to her. So I know at that time when they were handing out, the poison, the concoction, I do know that she had to think about that and she had to resist. Just on the basis it was already told her to her not to do it.
We have to get to the bottom line, which is you were able to leave, which is a big deal. Can you tell us about the last time that you spoke with your wife?
The last time I spoke to my wife, we were given an opportunity to correspond with one another. And that decision was, basically made with her. And her response, because of the brainwashing, the group was, "Did you want me to go tell?" And that was shocking to me at the time, because at that time I realized I didn't have my wife anymore. That's the hurtful thing more than anything else. I lost my wife.
But how were you able to leave?
I had an ailment, and the ailment it was caused by a virus, and the virus kind of mutated into a vertigo situation where I lost my balance. So I could not function within the cult group. And so that would kind of open the doorway for me to leave under those circumstances.
Tell us why you're here today, which I think is so brave.
We have to communicate. We have to talk about what our circumstances is so that we can be better.
Wow.
And that's the whole point of communicating.
Wow. And you're still a man of faith, I hear?
Yes, I just got baptized to reconfirm. And now it wasn't just me, but my whole family. I had 6 people in my family get baptized. And that's the most greatest thing of all, is that, that God gets the glory. And I want to be able to testify to the whole world that.
Amen. Stephen, thank you so much for joining us. Your words are so important. We look forward to the release of your upcoming documentary. It's called Last One. Please keep us posted. We'll check back in to see how you're doing. Mazel tov on all of the new baptism. I'm so happy for you and your family. We'll be right back.
Thank you.